Down, incomplete.
Intended for Darren Waller. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Milano on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 39, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Bills 0.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 8 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Carr now to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. On play action, now Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 24.
Throwing now is Carr. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is...
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw his Carr. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And the Bills' first down.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. It's caught left side by John Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Get his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bills 14. Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Carr completes it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Bills.
On play action, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. Fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. With a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his right. Catch made. It's Moreau. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Jacobs now. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24-all. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And finding Pruitt. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Carr now on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
To try again after the sack. Carr got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Right back to Drake. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Allen. And it is incomplete. Mike McCarthy. McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in the yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.